ranking of the top 10 teams in the NBA so far. What do we think are the top 10 teams in the NBA so far? We can start with 10.
Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second.
All right. You want me to start? Or you get ready?
Yeah, you can start.
All right.
That's
At my 10,
the list of teams, so I don't miss anybody.
my power rankings for this year so far. At my 10, I have the New York Knicks. I think they're playing a good brand of basketball. Their offense looks way better than last year, obviously with the coaching change. They just won tonight too against the Mavs. But with their record right now, I feel like there's a couple teams better in the East, and we already know what the West is. So the spot right now I have at them is 10. For them is 10.
This is weird. What I'm trying to think of.
All right, let me look at
Number
this.
10. Number 10.
We can look at standings and figure it
No,
out.
I'm trying to like map it out in my head. I'm gonna write it down.
We should go from 1 because that shit is easy. To be honest,
It's supposed to be a surprise. I mean, it's
really, it's a surprise.
It's not a surprise. It's really the least surprising one.
All right, we can do one.
All right, number 1 consensus. I think we all have the OKC Thunder.
The Lakers.
15-1.
Lakers.
Yeah. Yeah, the OKC's number 1.
Look what I deal with. Look what I deal with.
What do you mean?
I'll wait.
A joke.
I'll wait 2 weeks for LeBron to play some more before I say they're the best team in the league.
2 weeks. That's all it takes.
Yeah.
Oh, Hassan, remember what were we saying? We're gonna judge
better
LeBron off like 30 seconds.
He's better than Cade Cunningham.
First 30. He said he thought. Yeah, he said I don't know about the first 30 seconds. If he's gonna be good this year.
I'm saying LeBron is still better than Cade Cunningham.
I don't know about the first 30 seconds. Oh yeah, if he's better than Cade, yeah, if he's better than Cade.
I say LeBron is still better than Cade Cunningham.
That is facts.
I should pair these up and make a clip.
Is he better than Cade though?
So yeah, we can go.
Yes,
OKC consensus.
He's not.
Yeah,
Are you serious?
I think I don't know.
If we had Cade Cunningham, I'm fucking screaming
Give me
fire.
another
I'm
week.
gonna give you one more time to like understand. Are you serious?
I'm taking
No, give me a
LeBron
week.
James.
I need a week.
Oh, so 30 seconds wasn't enough.
No, I was trolling.
Nah,
I
Cade
gotta
is
see more
easily
of
for sure
LeBron.
gonna be better than LeBron this year.
Because you gotta remember, like, even if LeBron is doing a certain role, that don't mean he can't do another role.
Dog, he's like
gotta
the third best
understand
player on his team.
Yeah, but
Cade's number
Cade
1.
is doing all
No,
the
he's not.
roles.
Bro, okay. Let's slow down.
And they have a similar skill set.
Let's slow down. Being the second option does not mean he's the second best player on the team.
My apologies.
All right.
Yeah, he's not.
I was gonna say LeBron is not the third best player on the Lakers.
Is he the first?
He's the
Third
fourth.
option.
He's the second.
He's the fourth.
I'll give it to Luke right now. He's playing MVP.
Hey, that DA out 70% field goal. I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
What were we saying? Okay, yeah,
We can go
OKC.
number 2.
Okay,
Okay,
so
OKC is number 1. We can all agree on that.
Facts.
Yeah,
there we
best
go.
team in the league. Only lost one
Okay.
game. Not much to say.
Still don't have Jalen Williams.
That team.
Yeah, no J-Dub. They're just fucking
Jen
insane.
and AJ Mitchell. All their picks.
All right, team number 2. Number 2, I think I put the Nuggets at number 2, personally. I don't think anybody out east is fucking with them.
Yeah, I got the Nuggets at 2
I
also.
got Nuggets at 2 as well. Pretty consistent.
Jokic, 30-point triple-double. Still the man. Still winning.
I'm going to say, honestly, in my heart of hearts, I want to pick the Lakers. But I got to see them.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
Omari.
Yeah, I do. But I got to see them put hands on them first. Like I know they will. In my, like,
When is that
I can see
matchup?
it right now.
That's going to be
But I'm going to wait until they
I
do
think
it
teams are close, honestly. It's going to be. I would want to see that
to put
series.
them above.
Bro, this is who Omari feels like. Where they're like, I know the Lakers are going to belt ass. I know it.
I know.
I just can't prove it yet.
That is me. Yeah, I just can't
They don't
prove it
play
yet.
the 20th of January, Amari.
But
so
I know.
fine.
Oh my, no, yeah, we
That's like 2 months away. Holy shit.
wait, you look at how bell right? That's gonna be beat like that much time. That much time together.
I got you, Omari.
If everybody's healthy, that whole stretch, like it was just a good stretch. That's BTA, I promise. If it was sooner, I'd be like, maybe.
But you already know what Jamal Murray does to your team.
Yeah.
That's fake. That's fake. That's
But
a
we have
different team
Luca now.
Yeah, we have Luca now. You're gonna see what Luca gonna do to them.
They got
You're gonna see what LeBron
Jamal
gonna do to
Murray.
them.
We got Luka Doncic.
Luca team.
LeBron and Aiden fucking bodying up fucking Jokic.
I just don't want to see
Let's go down on Aiden now.
Aiden's about to get
Nah,
put
but
on
it's
so
team
many
defense.
memes, bro.
It's
Dude, I don't want any
It's
more
team
meme
defense
compilations.
and
No more
JJ's
meme
good
compilations.
coach.
That team defense goes out the window.
They're gonna figure it out,
bro.
With that personnel, they're gonna figure
I
it out.
remember
promise.
in the playoff series you guys played against Denver, you had like Davis lurking on Jokic, and that still didn't work. He was still getting his buckets, bro.
Oh,
Well,
when we had
shit
Rui,
on him.
when
We
we had
shit on
Rui
him
on
in the
him, and then
bubble.
Jokic, and then
We had a
Davis is
terrorist as
lurking.
a head coach. Don't
When we
forget
had
that.
Dwight and AD,
That was a problem.
Right.
That was a problem.
That's
He couldn't do
before he
nothing.
became who he is.
you need a good big body.
Why are we
Aiden's
still
big
talking
enough.
about
He's a big
players
dude.
we don't have on the team?
Yeah,
We missed
that
Dwight.
too.
Okay, now we got Aiden and LeBron gonna do the same thing. Facts.
No, low key, we got the real Jokic stopper, Rui Hachimura.
Yeah.
Fuck
That
yeah,
is
he be
facts.
guarding
Game
a
one.
Big body. You need a
Jokic.
big body. That's what you got. You gotta have a big body and a lurker.
That's
Yeah,
why
okay.
fucking Darvin Ham was putting Rui on Jokic in them playoff series because he's the
No, that was
best
different.
player to
Dude,
guard
it
him.
worked for like 4 minutes, and I swear I thought we won the series. I promise you, I was so
Dude, it
hyped.
actually did work for a little bit, but then it's like, okay, Jokic said, "I'm just gonna shoot over him." Like he's strong, but he's not big. So
or he
I'm just,
passed, or he passed on help. Like he got doubled, and he immediately let go of the ball.
He hit 45-degree leaning.
Dog, those
Fucking
Jokic
50
shots,
foot-
I
50
swear
footers.
to God, bro, they gave me nightmares.
He
That was
still
not
does
fun.
them. I literally don't
yeah,
think
but he
he'll
only
miss
makes them
anything.
against the Lakers. I saw him
Yeah, he
airball
makes
one
them
the other
misses.
day, and I was like,
Oh,
I
yeah,
swear
I seen that.
against the Blazers or some shit. I was like, if that's the Lakers, he's fucking making that shit.
Light work. All net.
Always. All right, 3. We may differ here.
Lakers.
3.
I'm definitely going Lakers here.
I'm going Rockets here for now.
Me
I'm going
too.
Lakers.
I'm going
For
Rockets.
now, I'll put the Rockets safely for now.
They're
They're
just a more complete team, but I do think the Lakers can fuck with them. It just I gotta wait and see because the Lakers are like this is a new team. You know, the Rockets kind of like they just added KD. They still got the core players.
2.
Yeah,
They're on a burner 6 actually after today.
and it's like the teams they lose to, like Thunder opening night, Spurs with Wemby. So it's good losses. So I'm not really. I'm liking the Rockets.
Yeah, but then the Lakers go and lose to the nobody Hawks. I swear I got so pissed on that. Anyway,
It's a light game.
we like
Shit
game, like game.
Why do you have them
But
at 3, Omari? Let's
I have him
actually
at
do that.
3 because I thought and I felt
He's a Lakers fan.
from what I was watching,
Complete and total
I
bias.
feel like they were relatively comparable before Braun came back. And I think that they have a higher ceiling now that Braun's back. Obviously, I guess if I was going by like today. I don't know. Last game was nice, but it was against the Jazz.
He's thinking of like Lakers before.
But I'm saying in a general
after
sense,
Braun.
like I think that now that Braun's back, I think that their ceiling is higher. I think that them having more vets on the team, them having with a little bit more time to gel, obviously figure out how they're gonna play like fully throughout the season. I think this version of the Lakers has a higher ceiling, so I'm gonna go with them. I thought they were comparable. I would have gave the edge to the Rockets before Braun came back, but now that they're here, now that he's here, the GOAT, the king, the man with the legend, I think that we have a higher ceiling, so I'm gonna put them over.
I do not actually have a different team at number 4 myself, but who do you think is the team?
Oh, we haven't said our fours
Lakers.
yet.
You think Lakers are 4?
It's not the Warriors. I'll tell you that much.
I'm gonna go Lakers at 4 for sure. I think the other team in the conversation for me right now is probably the Detroit Pistons. Them playing so well, but they're just like a young team. They're kind of just like on the come up right now. I'm gonna give the benefit of the doubt to the Lakers, the veteran team. Just got LeBron back too, and yeah, so Pistons are playing well. They're probably gonna be my number 5 spoiler, but I think I put the Lakers ahead of them.
I have the same one. 4 or 5 are the same.
Actually, I have Pistons at number 4. I think I got to give respect to that record. They remind me of the Cavs of last year and how we ranked them pretty high because of the record that they had. But still, they're just dominating in the East. So I got to give the East team respect for doing what they're doing. They're doing their job. And they got a leader at the helm that I trust is going to be a superstar or is a superstar now. So I think they should get that respect due to that record of being 13-2 or 14-2 after tonight. So, yeah, they'll be my number 14. I got Lakers at 5. Basically what Omari said at number 2, but he has bias. His bias puts him at number 3. Your Lakers bias puts him at number 3.
That's why the Warriors are 25th.
We literally have a better record than
That's why the Warriors are 25th.
The Rockets right now.
25.
They might crack the top 25. I don't know. We gotta see.
Yeah, 5 is a cool spot for the Lakers. I feel like they're definitely a top 5 team.
Respect.
Luka Tim, MVP season. Austin Reeves playing better. And you add a Big Brown back. It's a big three that we can't ignore. And then DA is doing his thing too. Big four. Four of them.
That too. That's another reason. I think that we only saw it for one game, like I said. But like I said, Da and Brown had developed or seemingly developed a really good natural chemistry. Da was just getting all game. He was just getting free. All season, he's been getting free lobs. But with both, like with all three of those playmakers in one, like on one team, he might average like 20-10 off of all uncontested dunks. Like they're just straight uncontested. Like he can take those middies and get into his own rhythm because we know for a fact he's gonna get like fucking 5 easy lobs at least.
Get a rhythm off of that, basically.
Yeah, like he can spare some field. He's already, like we said, he's shooting 70%, and that's before Braun even got there. You know what I mean? So
he's a good player.
I think we have.
He's soft.
If we can figure it out, I know, but I think with his vibe, like I said, defense, 80% energy. A lot of it, when you have a good attitude, you want to work hard, you want to buy into a system. You know what I mean? You see it in different situations. But I think that if he plays to his potential, like I said, I think we have a chip ceiling. So, but
right.
For my 4, I had the Rockets. For my 5, I had Cade and the Pistons. Actually, no, fuck that. Fuck the Rockets. I'm going to put Cade. Because I'm going to put Cade in them 4. And I'm going to put the Rockets 5. I think that...
Just fuck them.
Yeah, just because fuck them. But I think that what Cade and them are doing, even though they're in the East, is amazing. I think Darian's ceiling is insane. He's doing... he's dribbling and shit like he's a forward. So I'm like, if he can continue to expand his game like he seemingly has, Cade is just continuing to improve. They got good vets over there. You know, so yeah, I'm gonna give the edge to the Pistons, but then I'm gonna put the Rockets.
Okay.
Just fuck
them. good reasoning.
Cause fuck them. What about 6?
You guys all said what? You guys said Pistons or Bez and
I got Rockets I got Lakers at 4, Pistons at 5.
Yeah.
At number 6, I'm gonna put the New York Knicks at number 6. In my personal opinion, I think. Spurs is a contention here, but they just lost Wemby. They got a lot of guys out right now. I don't know how it's going to look over the next couple of weeks, so I'm gonna dink them for that. I'm gonna throw the Knicks here. I think they've been playing well. It's kind of carrying over from last year. Still got the same team. The offense looks a lot better and a lot more involved, and the bench is more involved. They got players stepping up. Jordan Clarkson, Miles McBride. You got guys actually contributing. Some more well-rounded team. I think, maybe the regular season may not be as exciting as it was last year, but I think they're more prepared for a longer playoff run this year. I think they just have a more complete team. So, I think we still got to respect the Knicks. They're well coached, good players that play well with each other. And they got to be 6 for me.
Yeah, maybe they'll figure it out. But right now I had them, like I said earlier, at 10, just because of the record that they have right now, and then I respect some other teams in the West and also 2 other teams in the East that have been playing well as of recently. Things can change.
I was gonna say this. I was gonna put the Spurs there, but losing Castle, losing Wemby for multiple weeks, it was really bad for them. So I really haven't put a thought to who would be 6. I was gonna initially put the Timberwolves. I think they've only lost like the teams that are better than them. Realistically, like the Nuggets. I just saw it too. Who did I see? But they only lost like the Nuggets, the Lakers. You know what I'm saying? So, man, 6 spots really hard for me. But I think Bez made some good points for the Knicks, though. I might have to go with the Knicks as well.
I actually do still have the Spurs here. I do think that they can survive, like I said earlier, without Wemby. So if they would survive that stretch because of the depth that they created with this team around Wemby, I feel like they can stay alive until he comes back and then figure it out from there and still be a top 6 team, but just off of what he brings alone. So I think De'Aaron Fox is still an all-star level talent that could carry you to wins, especially when your star player is not there. That's why they brought him.
I think they're missing way too much right now. Honestly, I think, they did beat the Kings right now, but they're a terrible team. They're going to beat the teams that they're clearly better than like the bottom feeders, but I think it's just going to be tough for them missing so many key players to really keep up with the top of the top. And again, we're talking about like at number 6 here. I'm not talking about like bottom of the conference. It's just I think the Knicks right now over the next couple weeks are gonna, they're dropping in the power ranking is all I'm saying. I could understand that you had them above them, but I think now with the recent developments, they're going down for me.
Yeah, it just depends on what their record could be. I do think that they can beat these mid-tier teams to above-tier teams. Play the Hawks, Suns, Blazers, and Nuggets. You can split that within the next couple weeks, then you're still a top 6 team once one becomes back. And that's what I'm banking on with this ranking. All right, my 7 is the
Wait.
Minnesota
Omari
Timberwolves.
has to give a 6.
Oh, my bad.
Let me see. So, my 6 is the Minnesota Timberwolves. I think I would have the Spurs over normally, but like Beth said, I think they're missing a lot. I think that the Wolves, obviously we played them last year, but they're a good team. They came back with pretty much the same exact team. I think that some games things haven't looked the greatest, but it's still early in the season. They're still 10-4. They have an amazing defense, and when you have an amazing defense, really athletic players like that, I feel like it's easier to solve what they need to solve on offense and to really look like a championship contender. They may not crack the top 5 now that the Lakers are back and stuff like that, and we got a center, but I think that they're still a really high level team, especially at their max potential. So I'm gonna give the edge to them right now that the Spurs are gone. So yeah, I'm gonna go Wolves 6.
All right,
I know it's
start
all
off.
West teams, but
Yeah, I mean they're a better conference, bro.
besides the Pistons.
Better conference. Who's your 7?
My 7 actually, I'm gonna go with the Cavs. I think that the Cavs, I'll give the edge to them right now over the Knicks. I think that they've been struggling in part, but I think that the way that the Knicks have struggled has been a little more glaring. Like they're losing or struggling against like pretty bad teams. So I feel like whatever is dysfunctional over there, like it's kind of, it's like they have the same team, so they shouldn't look. You know what I mean? Like I don't see why they're even looking like that. Really, like you kind of know what the issue is with the Cavs. You know, the perimeter defense is like whatever. I think Mobley needs to take a bit of a jump, but yeah, I think that cloudy funk, whatever's going on with the Knicks, I feel like is a little more concerning to me. So I'm gonna go with the Cavs for number 7.
Fair.
Yeah, I got the Cavs here at number 7 too. They're still a top team in the East without Darius Garland. He's going to be back soon, so that should help them a little bit more. They do have a couple issues. Evan Mobley hasn't really necessarily taken another jump, so you kind of would like to see that.
Yeah.
They kind of just look the same to me, which isn't necessarily a bad thing because they were a good team last year, but I don't see them like taking a significant jump or anything. And so I just got to kind of keep them where they are. They do have a lot of good role players this season. I like Jalen Tyson. I like what Lonzo Ball's giving him off the bench. But, we'll see what they are with Darius Garland back, how much that changes them. Donovan Mitchell still having a great year. But I think they got a tough schedule here coming up. They have an easy game against the Pacers, but they got to play the Rockets, the Lakers, and the Raptors. So we kind of see how they do against that West competition. Yeah.
Let's see. All right, my 7, I have the Minnesota Timberwolves. Basically, for what kind of similar to what Gabe said, they're winning the games they're supposed to win and losing to teams that are comparable to them, which I think that'll kind of flip once the season goes along and they start getting more chemistry together as you go through some games. But they're currently 11-5, and I gotta give them respect for their record, doing what they're supposed to do. And I just think they'll continue to get better, and they definitely have a top roster in the NBA, and they showcase that, being the 7th seed or the top 7 in my rankings.
Gabe.
I like it. I'm putting the Timberwolves here too. I think the Timberwolves, pretty much Hassan said it a little earlier, but I do like how Randall is playing like out of his mind right now. Edwards is still like him, and Jaden McDaniels is playing good. All the team is clicking. They're just losing to like better teams. So I'm just having them. I'm ranking them lower than the teams they've lost, but I have them over the teams I think they'll beat. Mainly, like I know you guys have Cavs at 7. I think right now the way teams are health wise constructed and playing, I think Minnesota's just a little bit better than the Cavs right now. They edge them out.
Yeah. What'd you say?
Edgecombe. They Edgecombe.
Oh, okay.
We're at 8 now.
8.
Yeah.
All right, I'll give them my 8. This is where I got the San Antonio Spurs. Spurs are number 8. Like I said, they're dealing with a lot of injuries right now, so I expect they're going to have a tough schedule coming up as well. I expect them to drop a little more. They've been playing overall well. They also gave up, if I believe I'm correct, back-to-back 40 balls from Steph Curry. So, that was kind of hurt them. And like I said, now calf tightness for Wemby that he's going to miss a couple of weeks. They still got good players at the end of the day. Maybe we'll see if Jeremy Sohan could kind of step in because he was a promising player for them and hasn't really done anything lately. But, they got Memphis, Atlanta, Phoenix, Portland, Denver, Minnesota. So those are going to be some tough games. We'll see how they go through that stretch. But, I got them here because they're dealing with a lot of injuries. So
if they were healthy, where would you put them?
I'll probably keep a couple of spots higher. I think I'd have them over the Cavs and the Knicks. So that's right at 6 behind the Pistons and Lakers.
Fair. All right, I can give my 8. This is where I have the Cavs. They're not as good as they once were. You kind of mentioned Evan Mobley being the same 18-8 guy, not really taking the jump over the years, just showcasing that same stability where they need him to kind of contribute more. Darius Garland being in and out of the lineup with the injury as well is a big concern, but they're just not as good as they once were, even with the additions of Lonzo. So Ty Jerome actually was like a big part of what they were doing, believe it or not, last season, especially in the regular season. So
crazy how that ends up.
I know, right? Lonzo's not doing that in production, and they're losing it in the rankings. Currently, 10-6, 4th in the East. So not a good sign. And we've already lost hope for them and what they could do in the playoffs. And this is not a good start for them for me to believe in that roster anymore or what this roster could be. So I put them at 8.
I also have them. Same thing. Number 8, same as Hassan. For the previously what he said, Mobley is not like the. I feel like, in my eyes, Mobley, he's like that 18-8 guy, whatever. But like, I feel like those collections of players only have they can only go so high. Like Donovan can only score so much, or Garland can only score and assist so much, and Mobley
they're capped.
Not like
limited.
I feel like they're just capped as like a team. Like they might need to revamp it or restructure. I don't know what they're gonna do. But take Mobley for example. Like we're like, oh, Mobley's gonna take a jump. He's gonna build these skills. Where are they? Is he gonna next year or like is Donovan just gonna become a insane defender? No, those things just won't happen. Like Garland either. But
I also feel like Mitch, like you said, is capped. But once he runs, he's a Ferrari until he meets a real Ferrari. He gets destroyed in the playoffs.
I like that.
He's capped till he meets.
But he's still Ferrari. I'm not gonna say because he's still.
I like that.
Get to that level though.
It's never his fault. Like he literally.
It's not.
It's never his fault ever.
But it's never. He's never the reason why they're winning games or winning series. You know what I mean? He's not taking you to that next level where Jokic would straight up carry his team to the finals. Jimmy Butler carrying his team to the finals.
I'm putting it way more on Mobley and his lack of an offensive development, and then just the role players going I feel like they're big 3. I feel like Mobley is the one who's not necessarily holding up his end of the bargain, at least offensively. Obviously, we know what he does defensively. And then for the rest of the team, it's just pretty thin. Like DeAndre Hunter was a decent addition, and we're hoping Lonzo can be a good player one day again. But it's just the role players just aren't really enough. You know what I mean?
I disagree. I don't think it's the role players the issue. I think if it's not Donovan Mitchell, like I said, Evan Mobley, none of the other guys have developed enough to create. I don't think the role. I mean, they're doing their job. DeAndre Hunter, Jalen Tyson's been a revelation for them. They got Lonzo. They still got good players. coming back. Max Strus still going to come back. He's going to help him out. So I don't think the role player is an issue. I just think outside of Donovan, there's no consistent offense. Like Evan Mobley hasn't developed his game. Jared Allen's just a lob threat. You don't like DeAndre Hunter's a catch and shoot guy. You don't have nobody off the bench. So I don't know. I just think this team doesn't have enough scoring.
Team is kind of capped.
Yeah, it is. They don't have any,
they don't have
a way to get better. You don't have if Evan Mobley's not the guy that's taking a jump, they don't have anyone else that's gonna like develop into somebody better.
Yeah, I feel it really falls on him in my opinion. Like he's supposed to be a number one. Like I guess there were hope. You know what I mean? Like even though Donovan is probably the best scorer, like he should be. It's like in reality, like his potential was not Wemby, obviously, but it's like a DPOY level who can still average 20 something.
You know what I think of him as, Omari?
He's just not doing it.
You know what I think of him when I think of like the player he should be? Like obviously to a lesser extent, I'm not trying to say like, you know, they should play like this, but he should be like the Bosch in like Braun Wade. Bosch held up his end of the deal back in the day. You know what I'm saying? So Mobley,
especially when he was the number one option.
That. Exactly.
No, Mobley got to be at least D Wade. He cannot be no Bosch in this situation.
He's talking about in terms of role.
No, I'm talking about like
you living up to your role on the team to win games.
But his role is like to be the star player.
No, he needs to be Toronto Bosch, but with a good team around him. Like he can't be Miami Bosch averaging 15 or something. You know, obviously he doesn't do that. But
his analogy works if it's like you living up to your role as the player to star player and producing that effect to winning games at a high level, and
they just need more offense, bro. Like at the end of the day, in my opinion, they just need more scoring outside of Donovan Mitchell. Yeah. Like he's been having crazy games. Like he's had 40-point games multiple times. Like they can't keep relying on him to do that every game. Like and he's
Garland does need to average
like you said, Hassan. He's a Ferrari till he meets a real Ferrari. So he can do that on occasion, but it's like when it comes against the best players, you're not going to be able to do that consistently and the best teams.
Yeah, Pacers showed us that.
And Garland's also
like truthfully, Garland and Mobley should be above 20.
Garland is in and out of like health issues lately.
Bro, he might. He's definitely injury prone. He might get that label now. He's been too hurt throughout his career. He needs to
score more, but he can't. He's also capped as a player. Like, what is he gonna average? Like, what's the best case scenario for Garland?
I don't think Darius Garland's actual game is an issue. His like he doesn't be on the court often enough. Like I swear, I let me check how many games he's played, but I swear he barely be playing basketball.
Like 2 this year, 2 or 3.
He got hurt in the 3rd game of the season.
He started the season not playing.
Yeah. Last year he played 75 games. Okay, he had a full season. Before that, 50 games, 69, 68, 50, 50. So
69 is okay.
I mean,
he had a couple years in the middle where he was an all-star, but then like the last couple seasons, he had last year was healthy, but before that 50, 50. Yeah. 2 good healthy years.
During
50.
Do you see what he averaged during the 50-point games, like for the season? Was he averaging under or over like 20, like 80?
Yeah, when he's averaging when he's playing here, let me get you. When he's playing around 50 games, he's averaging like definitely under 20. 12 points. It was his rookie year, but 12 points, 17, 18, and 13 this year. And then the years he's playing full season, 70 or at least 68 plus games, 20 points, 21 points, 21 points. So,
are the assist numbers staying the same, or those are getting like fewer?
And same thing with the assist numbers. They're higher in the years that he's playing full season. 7 here, 7.5, 8, and then 6, 6, and 6.
Healthy. He's got to stay healthy. They need him on the court. Like this is another example. If he's off the court, the team that I'm thinking of, like in my head, with like Garland, Mitchell, and Mobley playing. If Garland's not there, this team is very, very different. The sort of like landscape wise, very different.
He's actually been healthier than I thought, but it's just like I don't know. I feel like this team, like he's never consistently there. I don't know why.
He always has like ticky tack injuries.
Dude, he was injured starting the season, and then he came back, and then he's like in and out of lineups again. Like,
also like I remember. I don't know if this was 2 years ago or 1 year ago, but he started off the season really bad. This was like the year after or 2 years after the All-Star that he made, and he just didn't look the same player. And it took him a little while to get back into things. I remember this very vividly. He couldn't shoot the 3 ball.
Was this last year?
Like, yo, is Darius Garland falling off? But he's gotten back to it. He just needs to stay in the lineup and stay healthy because they really need him to do the extra scoring. With Donovan in there, he can't handle all the playmaking and scoring by himself.
Yeah, I agree.
Someone's lagging.
What do you mean, someone?
Not you, but I guess Hassan then.
Yeah,
because your bubble popped and it like lagged a little.
Yeah, I don't know.
What were you saying?
Can you say that again?
I guess not my wise. I just said that with the pacing, it's going to be hard for Donovan Mitchell to do that all alone. Like that's what they need Darius Garland for, to keep the pace up, scoring and playmaking. That's probably why they've lost these ticky-tack games. because they don't have Garland there at full strength.
All right. What number are we at now? Is this 9?
Oh.
All right.
Yep. 9.
This is where I have the Minnesota Timberwolves at number 9. Honestly, I feel like y'all got them pretty high. I don't even know if I'm like solid with them at 9. I could see some teams over them. I just think, they have the talent to beat up on the bad teams and handle business, which is exactly what they've been doing. But I think they lost 2 games to the Nuggets, like pretty convincingly. I don't know if they're really competing with the top of the league. Jaden Daniels is having a great leap on the offensive side of the ball this season. That's good to see. But I just don't think that this team really is competing that well with the top of the top talent. Like, I haven't really been moved when I'm watching their games against the best teams in the league. Like, they don't get me wrong, they handle business. But the 3-point shooting is still still struggling. I don't think they get to the line as much as I think they should. And I just think they can't compete with the Thunders and the Rockets of the world quite yet. So I have to put them at 9.
Those are top 3 teams. I feel like they could compete with the Lakers. Obviously, they did what they did last year.
See, I think the Lakers are a convincingly better team, in my opinion. So that's why I think they're like a different tier of the like even the Spurs. I think I don't want to say convincingly, but I would definitely say their Spurs are a better team. It's just the Wolves, like they're one of those teams that like for sure going to make the playoffs, middle of the pack. But I don't see them like I don't know what they have for the top of the top. What do they have for the Rockets? What do they have for the Nuggets? Nothing. I don't think.
I feel like the way this year, I know. I don't want to bring too much of the past because, that was like a cat year and then, like a little bit after. But I feel like that like the core, like Edwards, I feel like other than the top 5 that we mentioned, what was it? Thunder, Lakers, Rockets, Nuggets, and then Pistons, right? Pistons. Other than that, we get to like a different realm of like a different tier of teams. And I think Timberwolves are at the top of that tier because of the way Ant plays, because Randall's playing right now.
I disagree. I don't think so because the things I mentioned before, but also like they don't have point guard play at all. They literally got to rely on 45-year-old Mike Conley to set the plate for them on offense because Rob Dillingham is literally not. He's getting into bust territory. He does nothing. He can't play like he's not an NBA player. I'm sorry, he's too small. He can't hit jump shots consistently. Like I just don't think he's an NBA player.
Like, I can't even think of an older comparison. Like
he's like Bones Highland. Like that's his game.
Yeah, but even
he's
then,
not a
like,
successful NBA player.
I don't like that comparison. I don't want to be that.
He's built to be a microwave off the bench, and he's just not good at doing it.
It's not even that he's not good. It's he's not good enough, and he's so bad defensively, and he doesn't give you playmaking or anything else on the offensive side of the ball. It's like there's no you can't justify putting him on the court. Even he could get you 20 points. Like I don't doubt that, but it's like everything else.
For him
he's
not
to
be taking Mike Conley minutes in Mike Conley's advanced age.
It's because Mike Conley could pass the ball.
Yeah, because Mike Conley is good. Like he's a solid player. Like I love Mike Conley, but Rob, like I guess for potential, it's your second year, right? Second year.
Yeah.
Like you should be taking some minutes in production. You know what I mean? Like in a sense, but it's like he's getting every other game. He's getting a DMP because it's just like you probably can't play him against.
He's getting minutes, just not like
so.
He's not impactful.
He's getting some, but it's like even when I look at his stats, like he might as well have been DMP. You know what I mean? Like,
he might as well
I just think that this team, like talent-wise, has a base that they reach, like beating on bad teams and then losing to good teams. But I feel like you'll start to get better, obviously, when the season gets longer. So I feel like the Timberwolves are one of those teams where more games are played, chemistry gets better.
You can rely on defense. Like that's why I have them so high because. I feel like I can trust the defense as the season goes on. You know what I mean?
And we know who Anthony Edwards is too as a player. So I know that what they provide from a talent perspective is enough for me to think that they could be a high team this year.
And if Jaden continues, I don't think he's going to continue this level of a jump. But if Jaden continues to be good offensively, like then their ceiling is just a little bit higher. I still don't think they're top 5 potential yet, but they get a little better if Jaden McDaniels is looking a little better on offense this year. So,
yeah, my 9 is where I have the Toronto Raptors, second team, best team in the East, 11-5 after tonight.
They won 8 out of their last 9.
Yeah, another good point for them. Got to give them credit for being one of the worst teams last year and coming back and being one of the better teams in the East, a top 2 team, in fact, in the East this year. They have the talent, like we always say, RJ Barrett, Quickly, BI, Scotty Barnes, Podol. Like, they have enough talent to win games, and they're putting it together now finally. And so I got to give them credit for that. And right now they're a top 10 team because of it, and I have them at 9.
Yeah,
The
Scotty
second-
Barnes been playing really well. They developed a really good team for his play style. They get out and run, in transition. I think they're first in fast break points, or at least top 3, if I remember correctly. So they get out and run really well. Definitely got to give them credit. I'm skeptical of how this will look in like a playoff series, but they're doing really well in the regular season. I definitely could see the regular season success sustaining because they got a bunch of big forwards. They got like 3 legitimate 20-point per game scorers. So if you're missing one of them, somebody else could step up. So
yeah,
I am very impressed with them so far. They're like borderline on my 10. I don't even know who I'm gonna put in 10 yet, but they're in consideration. They've been playing really well.
I do think that they'll keep it up for the season. I feel like they already established the type of offense that they want to pursue, or offense and defense. So they keep that up, especially at the pace that they're playing. No reason that they can't be where they are, especially in the East. So, in fact, it's a good spot for them. 9.
I
don't hate it.
I got Knicks at my 9, bro. I mean, I get what you're saying about the Raptors and establishing themselves and having like giant win streaks, but I feel like the Knicks are just like better constructed, a better basketball team. Yeah, they have less wins. I mean, I'm not gonna like deny that, but I mean, I just think if they were to play, I think the Knicks are gonna win pretty easily. So that's literally the only reason I would give the Knicks over the Raptors at this point.
Why do you guys have the Knicks like at 10 and 9? Like, why do you have them lower than the Spurs, the Cavs? Like, they've been playing really well. The bench is stepping up. Their defense is good. Like, Mitchell Robinson's playing this season, and he's helping their rebounding. The offense is looking a lot better than last year. I'm just kind of wondering, like, why y'all are lower than the Knicks. If I think they're looking better this year than last year.
Like the Knicks, the games that I've seen them lose are against like, how do I say it? A little bit worse than like
they almost lost to the Mavs today. Like,
yeah, it's a team you shouldn't be losing to. In my
like
opinion.
they lost to the Heat. I know they're all in the same tier because all of them have like similar wins, but like. Heat, no Tyler Hero. I think Bam was injured to the game they lost.
Yeah,
so it's like
didn't
kind of
play.
like it's a little like, dude, you lost to the Heat without Bam and Hero. I mean, yeah, granted, Norman Powell's playing crazy, but like still, like stuff like that. And they lost to the Magic, who are still, trying to figure out what they're doing. They lost by 20 or some shit, like 17. So I
I
mean,
just think the teams.
These
above
aren't
them
bad.
are
With like
just
you
better.
lose to the Heat by 2, the Magic. Yeah, you got smacked, but they had a crazy good shooting game. Like,
and then they almost lost to the Mavs without AD, Kyrie, Cooper Flag, like.
Yeah.
And
I
Jalen
any
came
given
back.
night in
Brunson
NBA,
was playing.
I'm not taking an almost loss against you. Like, that's dumb as
And
fuck.
also
I'm
the
sorry.
loss, like, bro, it could have been an overtime game because they called the offensive foul.
I'm not counting an almost loss, bro. I'm sorry. Like, there's no way I'm
the
doing. We're not
Mavs,
doing that.
I am to the Mavs with
I don't
no
know.
Cooper Flag either.
And you're
they're
dropping
going down
them
to the
fucking
wire-
4 spots in the power ranking because they almost lost to the Mavs.
But
Like,
they
that's
went
That's
down
not
to the
my reasoning.
wire.
My reasoning is I feel like I got to give respect to the other 2 teams in the East that are playing pretty well with the Pistons and the Raptors, and then the Cavs. They did it last year. They're a better team than the Knicks, in my opinion. And they're missing key players like Garland. So I got to give them their respect for doing what they're doing and keeping it afloat. And then the West, like, is just all those teams are better than them to keep it a stack. Like, I think the Timberwolves are a better team. Spurs, Lakers, Rockets, Nuggets.
I can also keep it a stack.
So I think that they're a better tier. But in terms of the East, they could easily be
they
better.
won
than,
9 out of their last 10 games.
Yeah, so they could easily be better than the Raptors or Cavs. Not the Pistons, but those are 2 teams are interchangeable. But I feel like I got to give the other teams respect. Like, I can't not put the Raptors on this list because of what they've been doing, winning the last few games and then establishing what they've established too. So it's flexible for sure. But
I mean,
as
you're
of right now,
not wrong for putting the Raptors on here. I'm just wondering why y'all got Knicks so low. Like, the
My
Raptors
9
for
and
sure
10 is
belong on
Raptors
here.
and Knicks. They're interchangeable though, like because they're very.
That's
very
what I'm
that's
saying. Like,
insane.
I don't think
Yeah.
the Knicks should be at 10 at all. I think they're better than the
I'm
Cavs.
8.
I think they're better than the Wolves, stuff like that.
yeah,
But
so,
I don't know. I feel like I
I-
put more stock into the Wolves. Like I said, like
yeah.
going
There's
into-
no like the Wolves have showed me who they are in the past, and they've done this before, and they're still a Western Conference Finals team.
Yeah.
For
hey,
some
are
reason,
the
they just
Knicks
keep going
not? Are the Knicks not an Eastern Conference Finals team?
there. They are. Different
But
team too. So.
I've seen literally moments in their
Wasn't Giannis hurt
games
last
where
year?
what am I like the Knicks, like how'd they get here? Like I've seen
There's
it.
no way you don't
Like,
see that
when
with the Timberwolves. There's just
with
no
the
way.
Timberwolves, I see that. I'm like, dude, these guys belong here. Anthony
No,
Edwards.
you don't. You don't see
No, I
Rudy Gobert
promise
getting
you I do.
touches and say they
Okay,
belong
I'm not
here.
talking about Rudy Gobert per se, but
You don't
like,
watch Rob Dillingham
let him-
fucking
don't let
dribble
him
for
hit a
20
turnaround
seconds and say
jumper,
they
though.
belong here, please. You don't watch
Bro,
Mike
let-
Conley's old ass struggle to get shots up and say they belong here. Like I'm not saying they're a bad team, but it's like in my opinion, they haven't shown anything that like warrants them being so high. You know what I mean? Like they take
Their
care of
record.
business, and I respect that. But
Yeah.
I haven't been like blown away by anything they've done this far this season.
They take care of business.
but in the West, they have a better like. As we're talking about the West all the time about the tougher teams, they have the same record as the Raptors, who are in an easier conference. You know what I'm saying? And the Knicks and the Cavs. So
That's a
it's
good
a
point.
little weighted. You know what I mean? Like having 10 wins in the
3 of
West
their
is
last
better
4
than
came against the Kings, Mavericks, and Wizards.
it's,
And
bro.
then before that,
the
they
Knicks
played the
almost
Jazz,
lost
the
to the
Kings
Mavericks.
again,
You know
and
what
the
I'm
Jazz
saying?
again.
And the
I'm
Knicks
sorry,
almost
that's
lost to the
not moving
Mavericks.
me, bro. You played
It-
the
it-
Jazz, the Kings, the Jazz again, the Kings again.
You can't,
Come on,
you can't
bro.
hit on a team for taking care of business, though.
I'm not.
Yeah.
That's why they're still in my top 10. I'm just saying I'm not moved by anything they've done though this far this season. They lose to the Lakers, they lose to the Nuggets twice. You know, you beat the Pacers. Good job. Like you lost to the Lakers twice, actually.
Okay, but
May I
those are
take
what
that back?
top 3 teams, top 4
Huh?
teams to you guys. Those are top 4 teams, so they're kind of
They've
losing
only
to the
lost
teams
to
that
top
you
4
expect them
teams.
to.
Yeah,
lose
and
to.
they're
Timberwolves
only beating
only
up on
lost
the
to top
bottom
4.
feeders. You beat the Pacers as well. You beat
I guess they
again,
haven't really
Hey,
played
they
much
beat the
defense.
Blazers,
Just need
but they
a-
beat
you
the
need a bigger
Blazers.
sample
They beat the
size.
Blazers though.
the
That means
Blazers.
they haven't
I'm
really
not,
They're
played
not
I'm
much
bottom
looking at
defense.
the
feeders. They're
Blazers as
we can't
tough
call them
comp.
bottom feeders.
You just need
They're
a
not
bigger
bottom
sample
feeders, but
size. Like
they
you
ain't
got to see
tough
them
comp.
play mid
Yeah,
teams,
we
or
gotta see them. Yeah, we gotta see them play mid.
you got to see them play like mid
See how they
teams or
look.
teams that they should be beating or high.
They got
seeded
smacked
teams.
by the Knicks. They got smacked by the Knicks, who y'all think are way worse than them by 20 plus points. So that's what I'm saying. Like I just not particularly
It's
impressed.
a
Again,
one-off East game. You never really. I mean,
but I'm
You're
saying
never
that's,
really tuning into those games.
that's why you can't say the Mavs almost beat the
no,
Knicks.
I'm
Like
just saying
it's like
it's
you
a
can't
first
say
game
Yeah,
that.
against
NBA.
a team you
NBA.
rarely see. I'm like,
Nah, I see where you're coming from for sure. I
I got
I'd
them
have to
8,
see
so
more.
I'm not. I don't have them
That's
that
good.
low. I'm lower than you, but I have them as low as them.
I
Where do you have
respect it.
them?
I respect. Ain't nothing wrong with the Timberwolves. I just haven't been particularly impressed.
Yeah, it's something I'll keep an eye on. Both teams see
You guys made
how
me
they
come
do.
around. I was lower on the Raptors because I was kind of feeling. I'm trying to remember like Pels vibes, early season Pels vibes that one year, like when the Blazers, you know what I mean, they're just top 3 seed just because in the beginning of the year I was kind of getting those vibes, but I also admittedly haven't been super tapped in, even though I have Scotty on my dynasty, so I've only seen like a couple games. So I'm not gonna give like you know what I mean like
They have
make
talent.
super definitive assumptions, but I think that you guys made me come around. If you guys feel like what they're doing is sustainable in their style of play, I do agree when it comes to the talent wise. I think they have a really talented team. It's just that they have a lot of talented people who we have yet to see that winning step. But I feel like this very well could be that winning step that they need. You know what I mean? So I feel comfortable putting them at 9.
My only concern with them in terms of the regular season, at least, is injuries because they got a lot of injury-prone players. Brandon Ingram is bound to miss some games.
Sure.
So, like, that's the one thing. Scotty Barnes has missed some games too in his
RJ.
career. So it's like that's the one thing that's concerning. But in terms of the guys they have right now, like if any one of those were to miss like a little bit of time, I think they could still keep it afloat. But you just don't want those guys like consistently missing games.
Yeah.
I agree.
Is this number 10? Are we on 10? Everyone
was
give
10.
9.
I said mine already. I already said
I
the
said
Knicks.
mine
All
number
right.
10 as well.
So
My 10. Wait. My 10
Go ahead,
is.
go ahead.
I was in a long debate with myself. The only reason these people are 10 is because truthfully I didn't even rank the Spurs. I think they're gonna be like pretty mid, no Castle, no Wemby. So for right now, I'm gonna just leave them out the top 10 because it is what it is.
Damn.
But yeah, I mean if they don't have Castle and Wemby, like, do I really see
They
them
got
being a
De'Aaron
top 10
Fox.
team in the league? I know they have De'Aaron Fox, but a top
They
10
got
team in the
Harrison
league,
Barnes.
like
Yeah,
I
but
don't know
Wemby's
about
not
top
out for
10.
like the whole year. He's only out for a couple weeks.
No, I'm just saying right now.
I'm debating
right
like
now, I
3
don't think
teams for
they're.
my 10 spot.
So I think right now, I'll probably go Hawks. I like a lot what the commenter was saying. I know that Trey is also out, but I feel like how you said I forgot which team, the way they've been able to stay afloat and look pretty good and relatively better than last year, even with Trey missing games. Like, I think that if Jalen Johnson continues to make a leap, I know we're talking about leaps a lot today, but if Jalen Johnson continues to play like this, Onyeka has been playing amazing. I agree that they have enough to hide Trey's deficiencies. So I think that, especially with Trey coming back, I think there'll be a pretty good team in this league. So right now I'm gonna give them the 10, tentatively, until the Spurs are back in top 10. But yeah, so
I'm not mad at it.
I like
Yeah,
it.
for me,
Trey
I'm
Young is out.
debating-
So how are they top 10?
No, I'm
Yeah, it's not
debating.
bad for the
I'm
Spurs.
debating between the Hawks at my 10th spot, the Raptors, and the Warriors. I think those three teams are deservingly to be in a top 10. The
Okay.
Raptors, they've been playing well as of late. The Warriors, Stephen Curry. That's all I got to say for that. And
franchise team though.
the Hawks, they've been 8-3 since Trey Young went down. But they've had a really good defense, top 5 defense in that stretch, and the offense is moving the ball really well. And I actually don't think when Trey comes back, that's going to be an issue. In fact, I think he's going to fit right into that ball movement offense. Defensively, we have yet to see what that's going to look like. So I'm not sure. I think honestly, I'm gonna give them the respect. I'm gonna put them at 10. I think they're playing really good basketball, and I've been impressed because I was a little iffy on them to start the year. I thought they looked really bad and came out flat, but they got role players stepping up. Nickeil Alexander-Walker has been good for them. Nice offseason addition. Onyeka's taking a leap this season. They got guys off the bench like Vic Krejci making contributions. So they actually have a really solid team. I think I'm gonna give them the respect, but I could easily give this to the Raptors or Warriors because they've been playing well as well.
Give it to
Yeah,
the
I
Suns
feel
before
like
the Warriors.
Raptors should be a top 10 team. Just off of giving them respect for what they've done compared to last season.
At least for now, until something else happens.
I'm putting the Suns
for
over
now.
the Warriors.
What? The
Yeah,
Warriors.
you don't
Suns
believe
over
that,
the
though.
Warriors.
You said
Yeah.
Suns? No, you're not.
The
bro.
Suns.
You don't believe that. You're just saying that.
Check the records.
You're just saying
Okay, so we're just going off records
Check the
now.
standings.
Bro,
The Suns have
feels
been
personally attacked.
surprising, but not better than the Warriors.
They're not a top 10 team in the NBA. Like what?
Grayson Allen would be the second best player on your team.
They just blew a
Facts.
22-point lead to
Better
the
than Jimmy
Hawks.
Butler. Grayson Allen is better than Jimmy Butler.
This
in
year.
today's in the big 2025, yes sir.
2025, yeah.
Yes,
Like it's
sir.
time to end this- Looks like it's time to end the podcast.
Omari, don't let him make you feel. Say it with your chest. 100%,
no,
Hus.
no,
100%, Hus.
They got Ryan
Jimmy
Dunn.
Butler
They got
is
Dylan
a
Brooks.
foul baiting.
What
The Suns have been, I would say, surprising. I would.
bottom line right now? Thank the
They've
heavens
had
and
like a
lagging.
soft stretch.
I didn't hear
again,
any
to
of
be
that.
honest, but
think they'll be all right.
Hassan, in a 7-game series,
The Warriors stink,
Devin
though.
Booker
We've seen
averages
the Warriors
50 on
stink
your
up
team.
crazy. The Warriors literally have to have Steph Curry
They
look like
just beat
Jesus
Wemby
Christ.
twice. They beat the Spurs
Grayson
twice.
Allen and Conga.
Yeah,
put
by Wemby looking like fuck. I mean, by Steph looking like Jesus. Like he's not going. You think he's going to?
All right, and you do that in the playoffs.
yeah,
gonna
and Steph
change?
Curry dropped
Every
9
game.
points before and after his 50 bombs. What are we talking
7
about? He's gonna
games
be a
straight.
dud,
If it's not making playoffs, they're gonna get swept, or gentlemen swept.
bro.
What?
They're gonna beat the Warriors in
Yeah,
7.
they're-
What are you
they're not-
talking
You
about?
think Spurs
They're
versus
not-
Warriors fully healthy? That's 5 games for the Warriors.